Hello guys, this is our first tutorial on Pong in Java, and we're going to learn how to do Pong today, like what I said I was going to do with my presentation. So anyways, let me show you what you guys need for Pong. You need something called Eclipse, so go to eclipse.org and click on Downloads, and then check and then you have to check and you have to download Eclipse IDE for Java developers. The way to see if you have a 64-bit or 32-bit is that you go on to you hit Start, go to Computer, right click and then click Properties, and it'll show what your operating system is. So if it says 64-bit, download the 64-bit. If it says 32-bit, download 32-bit. I already have Eclipse, so let's start. Go to Eclipse. Once you have Eclipse installed, open up Eclipse. Right here, it should be loading. Hopefully, you guys at least need to know a little experience in Java. Sorry for that pause, I just need to go get water. Anyways, continue on. Okay, so anyways, you have to have Eclipse if you have Eclipse installed, open it up and let's start coding. So basically what you want to do is click File, New, and then Java project, and you can call this whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it Pong tutorial, or it's kind of like the shorthand. Yep. Oh wait, I already used that project. I'll just name it something else. I'll just name it Pong. And yeah, you can name this whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Now, we're only going to be doing part of a frame, so at the end you might get errors, because we're not done with it yet, okay? So anyways, you want to go right click on source, hit new, package, and then whatever you want to name this. You could type, I'm just going to type, this could be your name right here, Pong, but of course I'm just going to make the same my name, so I'm going to type in Robocos 97. So now you want to hit new, right click, new, and then class, and we're going to call this main. You can call this whatever you want, but I'm going to call it main. So hit enter, or click start, and let's begin coding. So right here where it says public class main, type in extends JFrame. This means that that this class is kind of like, it extends JFrame. Yeah. It's kind of like it's like a class that's, it's like a frame itself. It's a class. It's a frame. It's a class that's a frame. You know? Yeah. So if you get that little yellow thing right there, just click there, and click on the first one, and you'll get this. And then that yellow thing will go away. So anyways, we have to create create a couple variables. So just go along with the names, it doesn't matter. So anyways, type in image, because image is our object, db image, and then you have to import image from Java AWT. You can just import all of that because we're going to need multiple imports by just doing Shift 8, which is the star right there. So anyways, let's continue on. Type in graphics, which is accessing your and then type in dbg or GB graphics, whatever you want to say. And we're also going to be creating our screen. Type in int g width and equals 400 and g height equals 300. Oops, change the semicolon to a comma, and everything will be fine there. So you're creating two integers. Okay, let me explain to you what this code is. Okay, So basically what this means is that image is your object, and this is what is, yeah, image is your object, and this is what's being used from your object. And you know, same thing here, and now you're creating two integers for your screen. This is going to be the width of your screen, this is going to be the height of your screen. So let's keep going on. Now we're going to be creating kind of like, it's going to be referring to our class called ball, which we're going to be creating maybe in the next tutorial. I'm not sure, maybe this tutorial. Let's type in static, typing failure, equals new ball, and then in there you want to type in 193 and 143. These are kind of like where your ball spawns. Okay, oh, I forgot. This is an object, not a variable. Oops, fail. Okay, now we have to, well, this is still going to be an error. We're going to fix this later on, and maybe some tutorials later. Or maybe today, I'm not sure. Most probably not. Type in dimension, which is, you know, dimension, yeah, it's a dimension. Dimension D equals, okay, I'm just gonna put the semicolon just so I don't have to put it at the end. Equals new dimension, and then G width, and then G height. So let's go on. Now we're going to be creating our constructor. It's going to construct the class. And all this is our J-frame class. It's constructing the J-frame. So just write this code along with me. Whatever your class name is public next to it. We're not going to be using any parameters. So just keep going on. No parameters right here. Just, and then hit enter. So then type in this, because this class, it's referring to this class, and it's referring to this class, and then do set title, and then whatever you want your title to be called. It's going to call it Pong. Do whatever you want. This could be just whatever you want your frame to be called. Then type in this dot set size, and then right there it is D. Oops, D. Yeah, just like that. That's the thing I just love about Eclipse. This dot set resizable, and then false. Okay, so anyways, now let me explain the code to you. Okay, this is creating the dimensions for our frame, which means that our dimension, that like kind of the height and the width, because the frame is a 2D object. So we're creating the height and the width, and the length and the width, whatever we want to say it is, into the size for this class, which is a J-frame, right? As we just stated up here. And when we say this is not resizable, that means this is not full screen. So when we're gonna run it at the end, we're gonna see that the full screen is not enabled. So it's gonna be, so it's not gonna be bright. It's gonna be dark. Just watch. It's gonna happen. So anyways, type in this dot set background color equals, wait, this dot set background color in parentheses is color dot, you can make it black or something. I like my colors dark, so I'm just gonna put it as dark gray. Just like, I think I got it now right there. Yeah. We're gonna use this later on, just wait. Now type in this dot add key listener, and then type in new, because we're gonna be creating a class within a class. And this AL will be created right here in the next tutorial. now we're gonna be creating our icon, and I hope you have an icon somewhere, cause I have one. So basically, maybe your icon is somewhere. I'm gonna put this icon. I have this icon right here. Where does it say Pong? Pong. There it is. My folder Pong right here. My this is my icon. It's gonna be for my frame. So this is gonna be like, you know, this right here. Eclipse has its own icon at the bottom. Hey guys, I'm back. It's just I kind of had to rest a little, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, I have to do basically you have to have a place where your icon is. Your icon could be anywhere that you want. And we're gonna refer to it right now right about now. We're gonna be referring to it. And it has to be in a certain folder. You see right there, that folder in the C drive, that's where my icon is. And by the way, this source code is going to be on pastebin. Anyways, let's go on. We'll type in buffered image img equals null, or you can just put 0 if you want. Null and 0 will be the same thing. Anyways, you might have to import this. I just recommend you to just import everything. Oh wait, you know what? Just put null. Because you have to go through all this setup and blah. It's just gonna take forever, that's all I want to say. Okay. Oh, stupid me. Okay, so anyways, go to try, write try, and then, oh, wrong place to put catch. Catch. IO exception, and then whatever you want your argument to be called. I'm gonna put E because that kind of stands for event, so just don't think I'm making this stuff up randomly. You can have this as Z if you want, or whatever you want that to say. But I can change that to this if I wanted, and everything will be fine. But I like E because it stands for event. You can say it, make it say whatever you want. Anyways, let's go on. Okay, so try, type in file, image, file, equals new file, and now we're going to be going to our, wherever your file is, or image. So type in wherever your directory for your file is. I'm just going to type up my directory, because that's what I have to do. And now I'm going to have to import file from java.io. And we're going to be using IO a lot, so I just recommend you, again, to just import everything from java.io. Because what's the point? Okay. Anyways, let's go on, because now we're going to be using this image file variable. And remember, this variable has to be specifically this, because we're going to be using a buffered image, because this image is buffered. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then type in image io dot read, and then type it, and then go to image file, and then semicolon right there, just like that. Just like that. And now we're gonna be, after your catch right there. Yeah, I think that's enough time for our tutorial. Part 2 might come out tomorrow or something like that. Well, see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.